Zaya, those are kind of the more safe picks, and it is going to be the Ezreal. I think it makes a lot of sense just based on the composition that they're showing. There's no ability to outplay Nautilus Ult into...
Quid has level 6 and is freezing the wave, so there's the all-in.
Yep, Quid immediately jumps in. Loki down to 300 HP. Blabber going back after Quid, but it's first blood already to the other side as River picks it up. Now Blabber's got on the approach. Grub number 2, that's going to be smoked down by Blabber. 1-1 so far. Immediately River going to get engaged on stuck CC. Loki taking the kill.
Opportunity that they might be able to take a fight, but either way, it is just that one kill. And 100 Thieves going to be able to grab a dragon off the back. And especially on a champion like Nautilus that I feel like is already pretty squishy, you've got to be sure about your engages.
All right, here's the engage topside now as Dokla is about to fall. Thanatos and Blabber will cut him to ribbons. However, there's also the additional reward of the Herald's going to be spawning here in 20 seconds. If one team just gets completely wiped here off of a bad fight, it's not just the Drake, it's probably the Herald right after. C9 are going to be first to start this up. Dokla's coming down here with the teleport, ready to join. You can see River charging up the Vault Breaker, goes into the backside of the pit, but now he's got to be a little bit careful as Paranoia has already shut off the lights. Nice taunt coming out from Thanatos, locking up the enemy jungler. Feet of Warfare secured alongside the Drake. Vulcan looks to get away over the wall, probably going to be killed off here by Quid as the rest of C9 works to take down 100 Thieves. Ayla, FBI, and Dokla all on the run. It's a 1-for-1 trade so far with the Drake going the way of Cloud9.
So the timing has to be really, really good, both offensively and defensively. Sven's in trouble.
Oh yeah, this Corky is not where he wants to be, and 100 Thieves are ready to collapse. Sven already down. C9 tries to get something back a little bit there, fighting back with Blabber, but now up in the top side of the river, Vulcan's about to get cooked. Quid picks up the kill on that one, and the Thieves are ready for a heist. Ayla coming around behind the turret. They don't have a minion wave, though, so there's not an additional play to make on Loki, but 100 Thieves just picked off both of the enemy bottom laners.
Yeah, that was really well done. They spotted Sven going through the portal, and everyone from 100 Thieves just piles in. They get the kill onto Sven. They get the flash off of Blabber, who tried to ult in and actually peel for him. And then on the other side, Dokla is able to do most of the work to actually take down
already
Vulcan.
said and done. Thanatos was channeling his teleport. Teleports for a whole lot of nothing, and now it's Dokla who's in a little bit of trouble. There's your taunt after Blabber goes in for the initial engage, and Dokla is down.
This is something in top lane I like to call outdumbing them. It's like
River has ultimate, though. I think C9 is going to look to contest this one.
Yeah, C9's on the approach. The Dragon is already down to about half HP, but not dropping particularly quickly as Quid's going to go through the Hex Gate here. Blabber stepping forward with the Paranoia, but the Drake is already secured by River's Vi. C9 looking to disengage. Crash down Magnet Storm, doesn't find much of anything, and immediately Ayla is killed. Into the back line go River and Quid. They're looking for the damage onto Loki, but it's Sven dying first. Vulcan dying second. 100 Thieves turn on the afterburners, and C9 gets cooked.
They just
HP out of 5,000. Still standing on this thing, as now immediately 100 Thieves ready to go in after Blabber. They find a ton of damage and complete the kill with no response yet from C9. Thanatos teleports in, but he's immediately met by River, who stops him from being able to find a valuable taunt. Ayla, big crash down into the Magnet Storm, and 100 Thieves find another one. Ayla's still standing, and Cloud9 are torn to shreds. 100 Thieves, 4 for 1.
This is exactly what we saw from 100 Thieves. They just continue the play.
Exactly, and Loki can't join the team. He's getting pushed out by Dokla.
Yeah, River has already wrapped around. He is there in the pit on top of a control ward. He knows he is not seen. Quid goes through the Hex Gate, but now the immediate taunt and engage onto Ayla before he can do anything. Cloud9 has already found the first kill. Blabber's into the back line, but Quid has found the flank angle, and immediately C9 starts to scatter. River gets himself away as Quid continues and finds a killing spree over the second enemy carry. This Akali is the main character of the show, and it's titled 100 Thieves. Blabber falls to 14-7, 2,000 gold lead for the Thieves.
Quid is such a menace. They make the call to go for Baron immediately after this as well. They've killed 4. It is only Vulcan alive. They are going to slingshot themselves ahead in this game.
What a swing over these last 5 minutes from down 2K to up. They're going to be up 4K after they take this Baron here. A little dicey there for Quid, but he knows his limits. His first death will not be to the Baron, and they are going to be able to secure this. The Dragon is still up and available. We'll see if Cloud9 can have time to try to rush out there and contest that, because otherwise, not only do you get the Baron, you get Soul Point here with Hextech Soul, which is so powerful. And 100 Thieves really feel like they are starting to run away with it. Quid has not been able to be stopped.
Yeah.
I questioned how this Akali would work in the draft. There's so much CC, but he's just navigating the fights perfectly.
Yeah, step one, be Quid. And I think that's going to be
It's an important
a very
step.
important step.
I failed that step.
Making Akali work here.
That was your fatal error.
We don't have time for replay because they are straight up taking this Dragon, although C9 looks like they're going to concede it after that last fight went so poorly and them still not having good vision here. So 100 Thieves gets to have their cake and eat it too. The one team fight after the Otacon into the Baron, and
That's
now
actually
so
perfect. I highlighted the gold falling off a cliff.
You're
Thank
a
you to this
genius.
man right there.
Man, 100 Thieves over the course of 10 minutes, and we're not talking about a late game 10 minutes. We're talking about a 17 minutes to 27. The gold has swung 7,000 in the favor of 100 Thieves, which is absolutely crazy. How
See
confident
that
these
fight
guys.
happening as he's approaching from the flank.
Well, Loki didn't see this one happening either, but unfortunately,
Nice.
he's not seeing
Oriana,
anything.
we haven't been able to see that combo showcased really at all.
I mean, it has landed 0 times. Maybe once. They
Labber
get it,
goes
kind of.
in, wants to find the kill into FBI, but he's not going to get it here just yet. Ayla creating a lot of spaces. Quid dives in yet again. Sven and Blabber trying to get away as the equalizer falls. Ayla re-engages. Sven's already down. Blabber's about to join him, but he barely hangs on. River looks for more. Vulcan's taken low and has to continue retreating, but River secures the kill there as 100 Thieves do not lose a single man and nearly ace Cloud9.
You could tell C9 was sensing desperation. They tried to pull off some magical Nocturne Oriana ultimate combo with the Galio. Once that whiffed, it was easy for 100 Thieves to run them down. All the major cooldowns were out for C9, and they can just clean them up.
And that pretty much feels like the death knell of Cloud9 in game number 1. It is now closing.
All right, Sven and Vulcan got to be careful here. Quid behind the Dragon Pit. Drake down to half HP. 100 Thieves deciding they're going to go in now. Quid jumps over the wall. The Drake is already secured by River. Blabber tries to create some pressure, but he cannot make the space. Now 100 Thieves are ready for the full send, and Cloud9 collapses. There is no chance against this 100 Thieves team fighting. It's a triple kill for Quid. It's a clean ace for 100 Thieves, and it's a game 1 victory push.
The team fight was just flawless from 100 Thieves, dancing back out of the Galio. A perfect equalizer sets up the dive. As soon as that it lands and doesn't hit anyone, they crushed them.
No deaths on Quid, no deaths on FBI all game long. It didn't matter when they were behind in gold. They fought anyway, and 100 Thieves will earn this game 1 victory.
Style on the Nexus as well. Quid uses his Zonia's River stopwatch at the very end, so he used all the
safe, but I do like how 100 Thieves have some split push strengths. We mentioned Rise early on in the draft, but also having Bard for later helps you tremendously. Not only
best
can
player
you
on the team. He needs to play in a better way, and I think that's why he's pressing so hard in lane.
Okay, Blabber scrapping with River here. Ayla behind him. Blabber's down to 100 HP, but River is even lower, trying to escape. The first blood goes over to Loki, who shows up to the fight and collects the kill with the last auto attack in the air. River
For the
being
most part, C9 playing off of 3 lanes of pressure.
And I will say, in general, as Loki's getting wrapped on here.
No
he's
flash
in
on
trouble.
Loki.
Yeah, there's your Rune Prison to start it off, coming out from Quid. Now River just needs one more Nimbus strike to close the gap here. Ayla finds a bit more damage, but now trouble for Ayla as he goes on a magical journey straight to hell. 100 Thieves have overplayed their hand. Loki just baits them in. River's about to die again, and Blabber is about to get paid. River at least needs some honey fruits, but Blabber's in there with the tackle, and C9 is mopping up the early game.
Yes, he gets his Sundered Sky, but with that advantage, giving this Drake straight over to 100 Thieves because his tempo was wrong feels like a bit of a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I think
Balance
he's
comparison. We did see a trade of ultimates down there in the bottom lane. 2v2 scrap, as now Blabber's coming in looking for Quid. That Realm Warp's not going to get him anywhere, and Loki picks up the 4th kill of the game. They've got that one almost half dead here with that last eyeball proc. Ayla and River are nearby, but Vulcan going in for the Pop Blossom, finds it onto River, immediately follows it up with a root. Nicely done from C9. The Tempered Fate is only going to delay that death by an extra couple of seconds. As River falls, C9 knows they've secured the objective.
It's just picture perfect here from Vulcan. Forced out the flash in that previous play.
Ooh, but
going.
Now FBI slammed into the wall as he tries to play aggressively in the face of Sven once more, but this time Blabber's ready to respond, and FBI gets punished.
This game's going more as planned for C9. They just completely control River. Last game, he was pulling off too many shenanigans with that 5. They're just targeting him super early. They stopped him at the crab early on in the game. As Zeus just mentioned, burning his flash earlier, attacking him right there. And then just the cherry on top was being able to get that wall stun on FBI in mid lane. So they get 2 kills as well as 2 objectives, and it doesn't cost them anything in trade.
Because they won that first game. It has been such an incredible turnaround for them.
Okay, Dokla, this could be another compromising position as Vulcan, Thanatos, and Blabber put the burst onto Cassante. I don't think there's enough Cassante gaming to get out of a situation like that one, and Thanatos is going to pick up the kill.
Blabber is everywhere this game on the Poppy. Yet another perfect arrival. First turret is going to be going over to 100 Thieves, though, so they are able to get a little bit of gold for Quid and River. It just cost them Dokla.
Okay, so that's no feats for either side yet because both sides are currently at exactly 2 neutral objectives.
Are you feeling like the game is completely screwed? Because if you feel like the game is completely screwed, flip it at Otacon. Go for it.
Okay, just YOLO it.
Yeah.
River's got to try to get away from here, though. Casting the Cyclone defensively, trying to escape Thanatos. Is now Ayla and Quid are ready to follow up. And that Croc is toast. Nicely done from 100 Thieves. But now it's a 1-for-1 trade. Quid in a compromised position as Loki provides a little bit more damage and Sven guns down the Rise. River's trying to take the Grom because he knows there's nowhere else to go.
Anyone. And here we go, Otacon. This is surely the final hurrah of 100 Thieves.
C9 is starting up the Otacon. 20 minutes and 25 seconds into the game. They are daring 100 Thieves to come and stop them. It's a 4,500 gold lead for C9. Sven rapidly attacking Dokla there. The power of this Blade of the Ruined King Yunara cannot be underestimated as C9 have the Otacon down to about 3K. Meanwhile, Vulcan trying to control River, make sure there's no way to try to contest here for the Otacon as it is slain. Confirmed there by Blabber. River's about to die to Thanatos off to the side as Dokla puts the pressure onto Sven. Meanwhile, Quid under a lot of threat himself. Sven finally taken down by the All-Out as 100 Thieves want to get everybody else away, but they're all such low HP. 100 Thieves all barely hanging on at the end.
A big shutdown. It was about 800, 900 gold that I believe did go to Dokla off the kill onto Sven, but still, Cloud9 taking away the Otacon, taking away the Dragon, controlling the game, making sure there's no 50-50. But barring that, I think it's just a lot harder. You know, FBI and Quid are not on champions with a ton of individual agency, I feel like, compared to last game.
And meanwhile, Thieves are going for the full send with a Realm Warp after the Baron. They've got it down to 7,000, but C9 has detected what's going on. Now 100 Thieves ready to try to turn and burn. They go in after Blabber. They knock him up there with a Cyclone, but it's River taking the most damage. Blabber disengages both junglers at the edge of death as C9 continues moving forward. Dokla's got to be cautious now as he's taking a ton of damage from Sven's Yunara. Vulcan swoops in with a Pop Blossom, and Quid is down. 100 Thieves head for the hills, and C9 head for the Baron.
Nice play by C9 there, catching 100 Thieves, trying to sneak the Baron. I like the idea of the play, and this Baron's getting lower and lower. River might try to steal.
Let's see if he can make his way over the wall. It would certainly have to be a one-way trip if he does. Blabber trying to use the steadfast presence, but he does not eject the enemy jungler. Baron secured by the Yunara of all things. Sven clutches it up as FBI is about to drop now. Loki with the last spell to take him down. Dokla and Ayla trying to survive a little bit longer as the rest of C9 arrives. FBI falls, double kill for Loki's Aurora. Thanatos waiting over the wall in case Dokla tries to escape that direction. Blabber trying to stay alive here, but the all-out nice angle from Dokla to try to get the kill here on Blabber. The steadfast presence going to stop it, and he picks up the buckler for the extra shield to stay alive. Dokla will continue wasting as much of C9's time as he can, but he will not survive this one. It's a 16.
Finding windows to try and make things happen. It's just in this game, like in other games, even if they land like 40% of their plays, sometimes that's enough to turn the game in their favor.
They're finding those windows, they're just all steel.
Yeah,
jumping into the window, it's not breaking this time.
The windows have bars, I'm afraid.
Poppy waiting on the other side.
Well, C9 is going to force down this tier 2 turret. You can see 100 Thieves stepping up, thinking about trying to make some sort of a play, but the only players from C9 they could have targeted were Blabber and Thanatos, and that's not going to work. So River is now deep in enemy territory, and we'll see how he wants to play this.
He's flanking. He's going for Sven.
Yeah, Sven is by himself right now. They could maybe get a pick.
There's the Realm Warp. River immediately starts it off with a Cyclone. Quid to follow up. Sven caught out, shot down, shut down. Nicely done from 100 Thieves to get the pick.
Yeah, that's great. And they get both his sums as well. I don't think it's nearly enough to pull this game back just yet, but it is something that will buy a little bit of time, and it's the best play they can make in a horrible situation. Yeah. So credit to 100 Thieves. They just have not stopped looking for those winning plays.
Loki finds River, though.
Yep, he's going between worlds, and River is going down. C9 ready to get some revenge for their AD carry. Dokla goes all out, though, looking to bring Blabber through the wall. FBI with the defensive chains of corruption, but a nice two-man Pop Blossom coming out from Vulcan to lock up the enemy bottom lane. FBI dies, and Loki's going godlike. C9 get 2 for nothing.
Yeah, when you, as Cassante, pull
back near the C9 Tier 1 mid lane turret, River swooping around from the side here. Realm Warp about to try to come in, but the objective bounty has been claimed. River steals away the Drake, but the fight is not going the way of 100 Thieves. FBI, River, and Quid all down. Double kill over to Sven as Loki will chase Ayla through the magical journey, but he doesn't even need to do it. Dokla's about to drop next. I'll give River credit for stealing away the soul, but unfortunately the cost is still the game. C9 are going to get a very delayed ace here after Dokla finally dies to Blabber. Needs a little bit there. Finally gets the ace. There it was. I believe Cassante may have just died to the steadfast presence damage, but C9 are going to march this one down mid lane.
Just a great way to bounce back from that game won by Cloud9. A masterclass by Blabber's Poppy here. Deathless on the Poppy. River goes 0, 8, and 2 on the Wukong, shutting him down almost every time he went to make a play.
It started good for C9, and this time it stayed good for C9. They will bounce back with a 23-3 victory in game number.
Together, you know, it can be tough on the relationship, right? They spend their time off the rip.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's,
keep work life separate.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Okay. All right. That's impact to disengage back away from the invading enemy jungler.
They have push on bottom lane too, so he wants to get the kill.
River! He's going to almost find the kill into Blabber. He flashes forward underneath the tier 2 turret, and he finds first blood 3 minutes into the game.
End of the day there, so everything looking 100 Thieves very positive in this third game.
Chakram combo.
And
Quid's
Quid's
thinking
coming
about it.
in.
Oh, nice Arcane Storm to interrupt the recall from Vulcan. The Alistair now flashing away, but the Death Ray catches him, and Blabber might just follow.
The Drake EQ's back over, but he's probably going to have time to re-engage.
Yeah, he took the Blast Cone over so then he could use the combo to escape if there was too much pressure. Now that's just about ready to go here again. C9 starting off the fight, going in after River, but not a whole lot of damage here just yet, and River has already stolen away the objective. 100 Thieves now got to be a little bit careful as River has fallen. C9 want to get some more. Thanatos goes in for the Mega Gnar, but he only finds FBI, and that's good enough. Nicely played from C9, and they want even more now. Quid's about to drop. Double kill back over to Sven. Now the Lucian's online. C9 are going to wipe out the whole damn crew.
Like fish in a barrel there. Sven is just gunning them down. The team set him up.
Drake, which they were successful at doing, but that is not worth it. That's exactly what Cloud9 needed to get back in this game.
Yeah, Sven's Lucian that we were talking about, like, yeah, he's having struggles, right? Like, dealing with this Aphelios is so tough. Now he's under pressure yet again. Dokla shuts him back down.
You just had to say something, Flowers.
My
you
bad.
just had to say something.
My bad. That curse was on quick cast, man. I didn't even get to finish the sentence before his body hit the floor. And now 100 Thieves, not only are they going to get that,
they're going to try and burst this down, forcing 100 Thieves' hand for a fight.
Okay, the Herald marching back into the mid lane. No value going to be gained from that one. 100 Thieves want this dragon, but immediately engaged from Vulcan. Beautiful catch into the follow-up on Quid. Now the Impale seals the deal, and 100 Thieves are in full retreat. Cloud9, it's Vulcan recognizing the opportunity. It's Blabber following up, and it's a pick onto Quid. That's 3 seconds too long. It must be attacked. If Otacon's alive, you have to click him.
It's happening. I mean, they get the teleport and they're fighting.
Oh, but now Ayla's going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Steps forward with the Unbreakable. Vulcan with the Unbreakable will now knocking Ayla back towards the rest of C9. Aphelios ulti's not going to find a lot. And the Impale seals Ayla's fate. Thanatos trying to do something here in the back line, but already Dokla has dived forward. Loki gets the kill on him. Thanatos jumps in for the Mega Gnar. River tries to escape, and the Mega Gnar is a total whiff from Thanatos. C9 are still going to win the fight. We're going to have to be extra careful. Loki with a Weaver's Wall, but it's not going to section anyone away. Thanatos only has half of an R-bar, as now Vulcan's gonna die before anything else even happens. 100 Thieves steal the Otacon, and C9 come crashing back down to earth. fourth. A double kill for FBI as River leads the charge forward, forcing
spending all their resources trying to peel River because the Otacon is actually shredding them the whole time they're peeling, and the rest of 100 Thieves is committing
massively last week was this man on your screen, Loki. He was absolutely incredible. Everyone going to remember that Zeri game where it was just a heroic performance from him in a game number 5. But this game on the Thalia, he is deathless. He's in a good spot. And they need that big performance from their stars. They need Sven, Loki. Someone has got to be that difference maker.
Well, the problem I would have to look at, though, we're talking about how it's difficult for Lucian to participate in the fights because of his short range. Loki's build is also very safe, very defensive, right? He has Seraph's Embrace, he has Rylai's, he has Seekers. There's not a ton of damage in there just yet. So 100 Thieves' front line feels more empowered to step forward, try to make plays. Now a bit of a fight here. The classic in ARAM. As we fight over the wave here mid, teleport coming in, Thanatos looking to join the fight, Blabber with the slam into the wall, River has been caught, C9 want this as their moment, River dies first, but low health bars on C9 as they try to retreat, Quid's coming in looking for Sven, Loki in danger now as Dokla wraps around from the side, Sven's about to die against Quid as only Vulcan and Thanatos are still standing, a nice little bit of damage comes out from Thanatos, but everybody else on the team is already dead, the Mega Gnar will not survive, and 100 Thieves wipe them out.
What a straight up brawl that was. The high amount of damage that comes out from Aphelios is what turns it here. You could see FBI, when we get the replay, flashes back, lands a huge ultimate.
Hands on the Blabber, but then Quid flashing forward, finding the opportunity here. He was who I had my eyes on, and this guy on the Victor taking over the fight.
Loki's going to have to join this fight pretty swiftly, and there's the TP coming in right now. River down to 2/3 HP, C9 on the approach, Thanatos, Narbar charged, but he does take a chunk on his way in. Vulcan wrapping around from the side. 100 Thieves are going to turn their fire onto the enemy support as he's now stranded in the middle of a bunch of Thieves.
Dead.
C9 picked the wrong angle, and Vulcan pays the price.
Yeah, FBI just had the perfect guns to start Baron, which is why 100 Thieves wanted to go for it right there. No one could get through Quid as Vulcan was trying to land some CC onto FBI, and that's Baron.
Yeah, not going to be able to do anything about it, so Cloud9 will just be giving up the Baron.
Bottom of the barrel team, 3 or 4 weeks ago, before they subbed in Dokla, saved the team's mental,
And look
built
at
this
their
momentum.
record.
Their early game didn't even get that much better, but just their ability to win team fight after team fight has just come online, and C9 as well has just been so dominant in these regular seasons. 100 Thieves just looks like a completely different team with Baron and Mountain, so they might end on this push.
Yeah, Dokla already chunks Sven down to 1/3 HP. The Lucian's got to go all the way back to the fountain as the turrets are being broken. The first inhibitor's already down here in the bottom lane. Loki is about to die now as well, but a nice 2-man impale coming out from Blabber to try to turn it around. 100 Thieves are going to lose 2 for sure, but C9 need even more than that. Thanatos wrapping around from the side, but he has no Narbar. Vulcan's ready to follow it up, jumping in, but the Cataclysm locks up C9. 100 Thieves are trying to fight back. FBI's got to be protected, and Thanatos is already down. Loki next. FBI with a double kill. C9, they're going to kill 3 overall, but it costs them 2 of their own.
If you can find a way to get a steal, the gold lead suddenly does not matter at all. Loki, though, in trouble.
Yeah, Loki finds himself stuck in the Cataclysm as River is putting the pressure on the C9 mid laner, and now Blabber's going to be the one to pay the price right after. Quid gets the kill on the enemy jungle, and now Vulcan's got to try to run as well. The Alistar ultimate is forced out. Even if Vulcan lives here, it won't even matter because he will not be useful, but it won't even be the case. FBI guns him down, and it's 3 versus 5. C9 have to pull off another insane defense here if they want to stay alive in this game. Super minions marching down mid and bottom lanes. 100 Thieves have 30 seconds in this 5 versus 3. Thanatos transforms into Mega Gnar, but there's no opportunity to go in on a valuable target just yet. Tries to get the Mega Gnar onto 2, but it's not enough. FBI unstoppable. Sven under pressure. Might be able to find the outplay onto Quid, but he flashes forward because Loki can't do enough damage to threaten him. Sven gets 1 kill, but it's the only thing he'll find. Loki continues trying to
5
defend,
seconds.
but he's in a 1 versus 4. 5 seconds on Blabber and Vulcan, but the second Nexus turret is already down, and the public execution lands onto Loki. 100 Thieves trying to end the game. Blabber is back alive, but it will not matter. 100 Thieves take game 3.
And now 100 Thieves is 1
Good
game.
amount of damage here because you have Sai on top side, you have Silas and Sivir as your main carries. Sure, you have Zinzao, so it's like not that bad. I like the Renata just for the engage from Rakan, Viego.
in this matchup, 8 minutes into the game. It's a great laning phase so far for Quid, as we do have C9 taking the Void Grubs. They should secure all 3 of those uncontested. 100 Thieves having this
potentially, but this is basically full physical and 4 melee. And Thanatos is going to be a brick wall.
Yeah, River is going to gank that wall, though. Try to knock it down. Dokla misses the Q2 sweet spot. Q3 going to collide there with the Glacial Prison, setting it up. Thanatos staying alive a moment longer. The shield is up just in time. 100 Thieves are having to commit a lot to get this. They do manage to do it. Thanatos' dead body can't get
here in this game. And it is a potential contest. River in the area. They're going to TP down Thanatos.
Okay. C9. No, River is nearby. He's going to go in and try to contest this, and he steals it away. River works his magic, but now the hostile takeover flies in over the top. Blabber staying alive for now. Dokla taking a lot of damage, but the first kill goes through, and FBI falls down. C9 taking over the fight now as Quid wants to go in and have his hero moment. Jumps over the wall there. Loki with the triple kill on the Silas. Sven picking up that last one there on Ayla. The only man left standing is Quid, and he too will fall. A quadra for Loki at the Dragon fight.
And we have seen laning phase is over, buddy, and this is Loki's time to shine.
And we talked to Vulcan after this series as well, saying how they're wanting Loki to have more confidence in draft and call for the things that he really wants to play. He called for the Zeri in that game. In this game, they first picked the Silas, completely blind, and he's having this performance.
All right, Loki, though, chunked below half here in this scrap with Quid. The Viego is still very scary in those smaller fights where he's not contained by things like the hostile takeover or shut down in his resets through that bailout. Dokla on the side here as 100 Thieves are now going to start this themselves. Yeah, Thanatos making his way up, walking that long distance. Herald still at about half HP as 100 Thieves back away from it. River still hanging around. You know there's always the opportunity to steal that objective away. Thanatos just guarding Dokla, does not want to allow him into the fight as the Herald is down to 1200 HP. Smoked down by Blabber. C9 secure the objective.
Good, smart play there by C9. If 100 Thieves had dove in...
Nation's looking pretty sturdy here for the brick wall. The extra chain vest alongside the plated steel caps, 800 health. Farm through, so that means that they are going to have the feats of warfare and the empowered boots. River here on the approach. Blabber jumps in, and River and Ayla immediately both head back. Loki steals away the Sejuani ultimate. The Glacial Prison will be the call, and as soon as 100 Thieves see that C9 is committing to this, they do not want to take this fight, they back away.
Yeah, and Thanatos TP'd down, so Quid is just going to be pushing on that top side. He used his TP to go up there. Has been able to delay any potential soul. And obviously, if they were to eventually get that Ocean Soul, it would make Xin Zhao...
More than last time around, but it is still the target here for C9. Quid making his way over as he clears out the mid lane wave. Bot lane shoved out now by C9. Otacon down to about half HP. 100 Thieves wanting to approach this. Otacon down to 5k. Thanatos looking to keep River away from this objective, but Quid's coming around on the flank. Keep your eyes on the Viego here off to the left. Hostile takeover, not going to get a lot this time. C9, they're taking a ton of damage, and River steals away the Otacon. Now Sven's going to die first. Thanatos might just drop next. C9 gets one back as Blabber takes down FBI, but it's still a 2-for-2 overall. 100 Thieves steal the Otacon.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
Now have the experience advantage. They get the shutdown onto Sven as well. Any of the patience that C9 was... Yeah,
wild attempt.
It lowers my confidence that C9 is under control, because I was all ready to talk about Game 5 of their DSG series, how Vulcan talked about on the desk with us afterwards, that they were calm because they knew that the other team had to come into them when they had the Zeri and the Zyra. And I feel like this composition is incredibly similar, where they can just set up in front of something, poke you with Sivir, wait for you to come in, and if you do, throw out the hostile takeover and win the fight. That was the complete opposite of what they did that fight.
Blabber in a little bit of danger here. River moving forward with Quid and Ayla right beside him. Blabber's taking a ton of burst, but he's still alive for now. The Xin Zhao ultimate very powerful. Quid about to die, and Sven gets the kill on the enemy mid laner. Now Blabber might just fall, but a nice bailout keeps him safe. Thanatos taking the next kill as FBI's under pressure, and Loki's unstoppable yet again. Chunked back into the Abscond abduct, and it's a clean ace for C9.
It's all fine. Every worry has been dealt with. a complete 5 for
Thieves
0.
away from these neutral objectives every opportunity they can. River will not be allowed within smite steal range. C9 picked that one up.
FBI's Kai'Sa was able to free fire onto Sven Sivir, but 100 Thieves I think is going to continue to try and pull off creative plays. Remember, they're playing a little bit with house money. They're up 2-1 in the series, so one big fight could be the series.
Oh, but here comes Thanatos, ready to create some space. Nice hostile takeover as 100 Thieves have to scatter. Quid coming around from the side, but FBI's already died before the fight even starts, man. Dokla tries to get away over the wall, but Loki is godlike, executes him with the proto belt, and now River just has to hobble
Ocean
away.
Dragons working slowly towards a potential soul there, but they have the Baron. They're up 6K, and they are on the march trying to extend that gold lead.
Yeah, and small thing, I actually like the shield bow here by Sven. Just a little bit more burst resilience in case anything bad does happen, in case the bailout's a little bit slow. They have an unused stopwatch there on Loki as well. Seeker's Arm Guard. Blabber's working towards GA. Scion is a completed brick house at this point.
Oh, yeah. Randuin's, Thornmail, Jack Show, Thanatos is not dying anytime soon, but 100 Thieves have got to be concerned about their base. It's now 2 waves pushing onto the tier 3 turrets here at the same time. Dokla taking his recall because he knows it's about time for 100 Thieves' last stand. Never mind, repositions back up here in this top side as C9 keep the pressure on. Bottom lane inhibitor is going to fall here immediately as Loki walks over to join Thanatos. Ayla gets caught a little bit. Exhaust on Sven is the only reason he doesn't outright die.
Ricochet.
The last bounce from Ricochet takes him out, and with the enemy recon gone, C9, they've got the green light to push for the Nexus. They'll take out the first Nexus turret already. 100 Thieves on the approach. Blabber frontlining here for the C9 side. Dokla's in World Ender, but the only thing ending is 100 Thieves' chances in game number 4. Loki into the back line with a stolen recon ulti, and they take out FBI and Dokla both. Quid and River forced to run back into the fountain, just trying to stay alive, but it's a double kill for Sven. It's an ace for C9. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to game 5.
That was a well-played game for the most part by C9, save for the Otacon. I mean, I really do feel like this was a LeBron James performance from C9's drafting. And Raz, you have to answer why you...
It is really, really scary that Bastion Dazzle, they are going TF here.
Yeah.
To try to play through the side lanes, for this Vladimir. So it does really feel
try
like...
to make sure that 100 Thieves is focused on them instead of up there on that Drake pit and Blabber's Trundle.
They're checking to see the Blabbers there. Yone was actually in the river. Want to see how low the Drake is. Yeah, it's not even close to being dead yet.
Okay, 100 Thieves coming in, trying to stop this
Loki
neutral
6.
objective. FBI, 400 HP, Sven, just about the same level. Loki level 6, throws in the gold card, stun onto River, Sven down to 200 HP, has to try to get away from that one as C9 is forced back. Vulcan and Blabber both at half, and 100 Thieves will take control over this dragon and yoink the objective away.
Really big fight there for 100 Thieves, even if they didn't get a kill. I'm a little surprised Loki didn't go for a kill onto FBI. He was quite low, could have ulted over the pit. I just feel like getting Drakes is so crucial for C9's ability to win this game because they need a way to actually end the game. I don't know, like it's going to take so long for Senna TF to
Not that fully powered up transfusion, and the Vladimir can start to come online and become more of an issue. But if we're talking about who's online, who's a problem, it is still that Yone in mid as Thanatos starts up the fight on Dokla. Subjugate popped by Blabber. C9 make their move, and Blabber gets first blood.
Honestly, really surprised that Blabber took that. I feel like this has to be a Thanatos
to
game.
get CS. No chance they can test this one.
No.
And the more Drakes that the Tarek Smolder team get, the easier it's going to be for them to play out this game, because when you can just sit around an objective, wait for the other team to fly into you, and then use Tarek ult, that's when you're at your strongest.
Yeah, I mean, FBI, 76 stacks on the Smolder, has the Essence Reaver completed, farming, and a couple trades in lane.
We'll see if that changes here with the Herald spawning. River is in the area, but so are a lot of players from Cloud9. Quid going to rotate over alongside Ayla and FBI. 100 Thieves will begin the objective. Both top laners have their teleports ready to join up if need be. Ayla's going to take some damage there, some poke from Sven, but C9 still outnumbered for now. Mom roars in, but not a whole lot of value coming out of that one. Now Quid gets locked up, has to reset his positioning. Tarek ulti comes down, but nothing more happens right after. C9 still looking for the fight. Thanatos going into the back line. FBI's in danger, has to try to flash away. 100 Thieves on the defensive. Thanatos has already killed Ayla, and 100 Thieves are falling to pieces. Feat of Warfare claimed as C9 pick up 3 kills, and Quid has to head for the hills, but Thanatos will bury him there. Cloud9 get themselves a delayed ace.
And that's the dream fight if you are Thanatos' Vladimir, Ayla
and forcing you to use that, try to use it defensively, don't commit, waste that ult, which is such a monstrously long cooldown, and then find the fight right after. And they need to find a way to use it aggressively to try to get something there as Quid crashes the Herald straight into the wall. I'm not sure if that was a kind of a misclick on getting into it or what, but trying to get some gold back through those side lanes. Cloud9 in a wonderful spot.
Yeah, C9 are also going to take the third Drake of the game, so the fast soul stack no longer going to be an option here. 400 Thieves. The cost of that, though, was the first turret going the Thieves' way, so they now secure the feats of warfare for themselves. Loki under a little bit of pressure here, but it's Ayla and FBI getting caught off on the left. Pantheon comes in with a Grand Starfall, and C9's got to back away now. 100 Thieves are bringing over the reinforcements.
Really nice job there. Everyone just hopping in the Senna E and getting out of there once Pantheon ulted in. Don't want to be in fights when Thanatos isn't around. Unless they do, they're back in.
Yeah, they jump in for a little bit of stun onto Ayla, but it's not going to matter. Vulcan loses half his HP, and the fate sealed from Quid does just that. River picks up the kill, and 100 Thieves, 19 minutes in, are on the board.
Yeah, a little bit aggressive there from Vulcan. Doko's pushing in the side lane, so both teams are going to get a tower on opposite sides.
Going to go ahead and start up this Drake. 100 Thieves doesn't look like they're going to come and try to contest this. Again, they kind of just had the control early on, and they ended up just using it as already down to half HP. 100 Thieves looking for their opportunity to go in here. Blabber taking some damage for now. Otacon down to 4K. Thanatos with pressure onto the back line, but he's not going to find a whole lot of anything just yet. Blabber so low, about to die. Thanatos may just be the first one down. River taking the shutdown as C9 have to continue their retreat. 100 Thieves now on the Otacon themselves. Loki locked with a gold card. Quid taking a ton of damage there. Has to reset his spot. Blabber still hanging around. Could get a smite fight. Otacon slain by Blabber and Cloud9. Quid going in looking for a little bit more. Loki hits him with the blue card, but it's not a whole lot. River looks for the Grand Starfall here to cut off the escape route. At the end of the day, the Game 5 Otacon is one death on C9.
You hit 16, you get death cap. That is terrifying for Vladimir.
Yep, that's the power spike we're looking for, but now the Grand Starfall for the engage on Blabber. This might be the catch 100 Thieves needs. Sven and Vulcan can't get him away. The shutdown for the execution there for FBI, and 100 Thieves move over to Baron.
Taric teams do Baron without taking damage because he auto heals the whole time. C9 has to defend this.
though. Thanatos is 16.
C9 on the approach. Baron down to half HP. Thanatos looking for the angle to get into the fight. Hits a big tides of blood, but he's locked up and killed before he can get anything else. 100 Thieves looking to take the fight even further as Vulcan's going to be their next target. River and Dokla chop him up on killing spree for the Pantheon. Sven and Loki trying the 2v5 now. 100 Thieves back onto the Baron. Again, the health battery that is Ayla's Taric makes it so difficult to try to knock these guys over. Sven's on the run. He has to flash away to try to stay alive, but Quid hits him with a Q3 and executes him where he stands. 100 Thieves.
Decisive Game 5. Getting Blabber down is so crucial when they have this.
Very close to this series being over now. Quid, he's going to be able to grab this dragon. They're going to move to Soul Point. Now you're up against Soul Point.
But they're so strong. 275 stacks on the Smolder. Twisted Fate is in a side lane because he can't really defend that well against the Baron Minions. It's a 4-1 split push. If C9 tries to engage, Ayla's waiting there with the Taric ultimate.
Okay, Leona stun onto River, but he throws up the shield right as it's about to hit him, so there's nothing C9 can do to try to get a real punish here. 100 Thieves pressure continues.
Yeah, and Thanatos has gold for his death cap now, so he's running back to base to try to buy that very quickly. Blabber looking for Quid. Oh, he sees the snapback. They're going to continue on it.
They're going to go for the pick because Yone has to revert to his original position, but now the rest of the Thieves are coming in. Loki and Blabber are both about to die. Quid finally falls, so it'll be a 1-for-1 here with the very start, but the rest of the Thieves have arrived. Blabber's going to be the next target here as he gets snipped, and stabbed through the heart by River. It's Vulcan and Sven just barely hanging on. Knock, open up. FBI's on a killing spree, and 100 Thieves are breaking into the base.
Blabber and Vulcan are the only ones alive. 100 Thieves have 4 members. Flowers, this could be it.
Thanatos has to perform a miracle defense here. Ayla does not have Cosmic Radiance. FBI and the rest of 100 Thieves continue their push. Nexus turrets in their eyes. Thanatos wants to step forward, but he immediately has to pull the stun from River. Vulcan and Thanatos have to hold on for another 15 seconds. River goes in for the stun. Thanatos is down. Vulcan alive for now. Needs 5 more seconds on Loki. 100 Thieves defy expectations. wins, eliminate Cloud9, and move forward.
What a series, what decisive play.